Let's talk about bloating and interstitial cystitis. By the way, I'm Callie, an IC dietitian and lifelong IC warrior. What this person is describing, we refer to as IC belly. It's essentially bloating. It might get worse when you're flaring. It might be kind of random. Now, there isn't any research that I know of that goes into bloating with IC flare-ups or just IC in general, so I'm just going to give you some of my theories. My first theory is it has to do with inflammation. The majority of us have inflammation in our body for one reason or another. A couple of reasons could include stress. So if you're living a high stress lifestyle, having a chronic illness in general can come with inflammation. If you're eating a more pro-inflammatory diet, so things like processed food and added sugars rather than an anti-inflammatory diet, that can cause inflammation in your body as well. So my theory is that when we have an IC flare-up, people who experience bloating might have a lot of that inflammation centered in their bladder and their abdominal area. Theory number 2, you are suffering from a GI issue. You could be suffering from irritable bowel syndrome, SIBO, which is small intestine bacterial overgrowth, or some other GI condition. Conditions like celiac disease or chronic constipation can be accompanied by bloating. Okay, so what do we do? Well, I would first rule out any sort of GI issue. So if you can go to a gastroenterologist, that would be a great step. You could see if diet is playing a role in your symptoms. If you are already following the IC diet, I would not recommend doing like a low FODMAP diet because those diets together are extremely restrictive. I would do one thing at a time. But the first thing that you could do is start keeping a food journal of what you're eating. Keep track of what your symptoms are, when they happen, when they go away. See if you can identify a pattern, when it gets better, when it gets worse, and that will tell you a lot about your body. If you are concerned that it is an inflammatory response, you could try to follow a more anti-inflammatory diet pattern, try to limit your processed foods and added sugars, decrease your stress, that is huge. You could try an anti-inflammatory supplement like an omega-3. And if you need any help investigating these things, especially I help people do this inside of my Road to Remission program, and I would love to help you as well. So send me a DM with the word remission and I can send you over an application.